Okay. YouTube gave me a message when I went to go live. So I guess they're shifting things around. But that's cool. But hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Coffee Tea and Chit Chat. I'm Oracle Unicorn. We're going to go make some coffee now. I fixed everything when it came to having to changing the title. I put Scorpio up. Changed the visual for the one before that, which had a collective reading. And caught up on all my zodiacs. So we're actually about to start the zodiac lineup all over again. Hello, good morning. Making coffee. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee, Tea, and Chit-Chat. And then we'll get into a collective reading. Not sure which one. I think it might be masculine. No, yeah, I'm not sure which one yet. We get to my book to see. Well, apparently we got a feminine, we got a masculine. Now I guess it's the twin flames. This might be the twin flames reading. It's the collective union. Okay. Probably like. Okay. So, got the coffee. Ooh. Walking on the bed is not easy. Okay, there. Now I'm sitting. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Oracle Unicorn. This is Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. They will always be with me. They are my special guests of protection and vessels. Okay. All right. Put this up. Raises that a little bit more. Probably makes it easier to hear besides the AC being rah rah rah. Literally rah rah. Chowder. Never had no chowder. That's exactly where that was from. Chowder. Rah rah. I'm already demonetized, so I guess it wouldn't matter if I have 420 off to the side. It's not made for kids. Okay. Coffee and 420. Yeah. Oh, it's so good with whipped cream in it. It's like having half and half, except for it tastes better. Yeah, that I don't want to get cold. So good. Okay. So, we have. Oh, we still have Aries. Guess who's today? Aries, you're today. Before we get into the twin flames, I may go ahead exit out after our coffee, tea, and chit chat. I'll do Aries after our coffee, tea, and chit chat on here, and if it tends to stay quiet, we'll just move right into the reading. But yeah, I always want to give at least that little entrance there, and then I'll move into another video. I'll close this one out, and I'll go ahead and do the twin flame and soulmates reading. Some people it's twin flame, others it's entered into soulmate energy. You know, and I feel like this is because of the supported karmic issues collectively that's happening when it comes to sabotaging. There was just there's been so many contracts that's been broken. I would say soulful contracts, things have shifted differently. Um, so there is a lot of energies of like twin flame contract shifting over choice. So Honestly, more and more I get back into my work, the more and more I then again believe in choice and go, yeah, Jim Carrey, I really feel we've got a lot of choice in this. I mean, I get where your thoughts are coming from, Jim Carrey, but well, it's hard to know when you have made a decision about the box, but you don't know the other universal timeline because you had to choose. So it can lead you to believe that's the choice you were always going to choose anyway, the Schrodinger's cat theory. You don't know until you open the box. So you really don't know even then when you open the box because it could have been another timeline where the cat is dead or a timeline where the cat is alive. You don't know even after you open the box. It's a never ending freaking um, revolving door. Like it is its own reflections. I keep like idling on that. I keep idling on that free will thing too, but like no, like really if we actually enacted different actions, had different leaders, but also everything happens for a reason too. But that's the thing. But that's what made that an action that way and not an action in a different way and made us believe more that unition and harmony is not possible than as if we were to go, well, we created that not to be possible so that we may have this to be possible and have to go through possibly a dead cat Schrodinger's theory just to be able to have a live cat Schrodinger's theory. Because then that would be dimensional overlap. So the cat is dead and also alive. That is the ending result of it, no matter what. But there's also still always choice. So then, how is there choice? Because which experience do you want to experience? Do you want to experience the cat being dead, or do you want to experience the cat being alive? That's the choice. Oh my gosh. I just gave an answer to one of the most complicated freaking theories in this fucking world. If I could give a ward to my brain, that's what I would. Good morning, by the way. I just gonna pat myself on the back. I should have been a motherfucking. I, I should have been a scientist. No, fuck that. No, I should have done all. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know anymore. I don't know because if I would have been a scientist, I would have been too much into it to be able to figure it out because I would be too much into the whole. It would be too dark around me. I wouldn't have as much distance to be able to look at it from ever layered perceptions because I would be so locked into one perception. And I have many different ones because I didn't get locked in one profession of a perception, which is the choice of the cat being dead and the cat being alive. Which makes it yes, you have choice, and no, you have choice. So in result, it's what you decide in your own matrix. That's why people get so poking. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. But of course, you believe on me. Like if we good, we good. Like you ain't going to sit here and try to destroy my shit. I ain't gonna try to destroy your shit. Like that's why you have debates. And then and that's why some people just can't work with each other because you got two different fucking matrices. Oh, and that's how some people um when it comes to oh, that train of thought went gone. Okay. I'm boy. It's like Good morning it is, and I was not going to come on here live this morning. That's funny. I'm glad I did. Oh my goodness. Wild. Still, it only is so if you choose to enact it to be your belief in your matrix, for it to be so. That just proves religion doesn't matter. Shorter's cat theory literally proves religion doesn't matter. It proves the matrix of your own matrix. Oh my gosh. Y'all right. Anyway, what is going on? Huh. Where the fuck do I belong? I literally feel an alien to this world now. Like, literally, I came from space. I'm a dimensional traveling human being from the dead cat universe. And I went, no, the dead cat universe don't work. We gotta be in the live cat universe. This makes sense. One of the times on mushrooms, why the octopus wanted to eat me, but I'm like, I'm just too big. That makes sense because the octopus or the adversarial energy is not overlayered. So the more you're overlayered, the dense your energy is. So it makes it actually energetically impossible. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That would fucking make sense. Unbelievable. The only religion that this does not fit with is worshiping Jesus because worshiping Jesus aligns with everyone having to be the same. That's literally the only religion this doesn't align with, to be honest. But for you spiritual Christians, it does align with it because you work in it as a consciousness. So for y'all, as a spiritual sense of living, yes, it does work for you. And that's why you get what you get. And that's why those of you that work in those fields, you do get your angel energies. You see your angel numbers. But for us, they're synchronicities. It's numerology. Like, just because you see them as angel numbers doesn't mean it's still numerology. Like, am I done yet with this? That was funny. Why? Why here? Why YouTube? Oh, this is where the scientists are. YouTube's actually growing into its own Akashic records. Yeah, that's why. Hmm. Okay. But it really is not. If you really structured this in a morality structuralized way, thank you, in a morality structuralized way, um, you wouldn't need to block videos from other freaking countries from seeing each other's videos. That's not nice. That's not right. We all should have all access to all of what YouTube has to offer, no matter the country, no matter what. Unless also your children. But at the same time, your kids' YouTube is is for babies. Your kids don't want to be on a baby YouTube, okay? Give them something with structure that's worth being a teenager with, okay? Or else you're just going to keep having the problem these teenagers ending up on adult, or we're going to, yeah, oh man, you're going to need yourself a adult swim. I don't know. That's probably very complicated to do, but if you're able to do it with the dark web, yeah, okay. Shove that complication up your ass and go do it. Since how you can do so much with the damn dark web. How about you take that fucking time, knowledge, and intelligence and use it for something good? But they only food stuff make me wonder now. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yes. There's also videos that aren't like that of artists in Australia. Someone was trying to show me something and I wasn't able to see the video. It said this video is not allowed to be watched in the United States. And I'm going, it's a fucking music video. Are you kidding me? What are you trying to hide from us? It's like, what about Australia you think is inappropriate for us to see a video from there? What, do they have more freedom than us? So yeah, trust me, it started really making me question shit too. I don't know why that typed out twice. Oh, it must. Oh, that was only on your end actually. It didn't show that on mine. Interesting. See, well, you see the things I talk about, right? You can only imagine why my lives are private, okay? It's like, for real, I don't know how you're even in here unless you're a subscriber. And I guess subscribers can get into my private lives. I try to set it to public, but I guess it makes it easier for you to have more one-on-one harmonized communication if it's not at public. And so I guess YouTube just goes, no, you're not going public. So, but it's good to know at least yesterday, yeah, absolutely yesterday, yes. So at least it's good to know at least my subscribers can get into my private lives. I've seen two of them be able to do it. Um, so then I kind of question certain people from Facebook less, but then at the same time, I'm still questioning it because it still isn't adding up. There's still some things that I feel they don't want me to come up with a question about so that I sit here and figure more out before they can sit here and change it. Especially with the changes I've already seen YouTube go through and tested me on one of them, and I honestly think it was AI trying to get my attention, and I'm going, no, I don't like this. And then I think a few hours later it went back to normal. And it was literally YouTube doing a feed. I guess it was trying out a different way of doing feed, but you were only able to see the clips of the picture of the video. You weren't able to see the titles, and you were only really able to tell what that video kind of was for if they put the title on the picture of the video. And I was sitting there scrolling. I took it off. I cleared my back, like cleared the thing, like when you go to clear all your windows, cleared my windows and everything, and it still went like that. So I was like, okay, what is this y'all's new way of doing your algorithm? And then I was like, I don't like this. I it's like you're questioning everything unless you are someone that already knows this is the way they were going to change it, and that's why there's words and whatnot on most of these videos, and those that don't know, There's no words on their picture of their video for the beginning. I catch on to things like, but I think they use that too to test my observation abilities. But I don't think they're the ones that test my observation abilities. I really think they used AI to test my observation abilities, and then they make their calculations off of what AI says. And get back into it. YouTube changes back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like YouTube's shifting things a lot lately. Trying to appeal more because I feel like we're going to end up losing some apps. There's going to be certain apps out there we're going to end up losing. And I feel like YouTube's going to be our main, like how you have CNA as your name, or your CN HBO, your main channels on regular TV. It's such a main channel. Everyone always uses it. So it's your main channel on your TV. It's going to be like that, where they're going to find out so much things tied to fucked up shit when it comes to so many apps. So many apps are going to get shut down. And then there's going to be specific grounded apps. And then I feel like they're really going to put more guidelines to some of these apps because, man, some of this shit is just outrageous and disgusting and defiling to our children. Just like Omegle. Needs to get shut down. Omegle point blank needs to get shut down. The fact they even allow children to show their private parts on that app is beyond me. Beyond me. And the fact that YouTube wants to allow content videos about Omegle when you don't know what the that is not the content that's on Omegle. They are lying to you. It is absolutely disgracefully disgusting. And now there's 3-4 content creators creating fucking content from Omegle to literally have people go, oh, Omegle, so much fun. No, that stuff is not what you see on Omegle. You see kids wet t-shirt contests. You see kids flashing themselves. That is what's on Omegle. I've seen Masons literally on there with their hat. I've seen some fucked up shit. This is when I went, okay, I see you Masons. You Masons are the ones trying to do these clapper fucking apps and this, that, and another. So you could sit there and keep looking at your disgusting fucking children for free and without getting in trouble. Because you can just sit there, oh, it's the parents' fault, not the app. No, motherfuckers. You got an AI so smart. And you literally tell that AI to not penalize that shit. Disgusting. And the fact that any Masons have any ties to that, you should strip them of their money and their buildings, because that is not originally what Masons were actually for. I thought that they were some sort of like satanic cult using God name and had some sort of Scientology fucking contract going on at first. No, you are the orchestrators and organizers of human trafficking ring. Seems how y'all want to sit there and create all these apps when it comes to children, allowing them to show their bodies off like it's fun. That's grooming. That is public allowance of grooming. Clapper, Lemon 8, Omegle. That's grooming. BIGO got in trouble for some of this shit showing up. Y'all too should too, especially Omegle. Seems how you have a Russian cross-dresser, because he's not even trans. He's a cross-dresser. A Russian cross-dresser making it popular to go on Omegle to troll people looking like a female. Go back to the street. Get off of Omegle. Stop making it popular. And go get us some fucking nasty men getting arrested for you acting like you're prostituting your fucking self out. Go back to making content like that, you nasty, disgusting fuck. Not because you're a cross-dresser, but because you're making Omegle popular, and you're the first one I saw started making Omegle popular. And Russia, that's making me question you. Because with someone who holds an image of respect so high, you allow a Russian to do that and get that popular in America, that makes you question your whole fucking country. Because does this motherfucker live in your country? His name is very close to your name, Vladimir or something like that. I think I would have a problem with that, Putin, if I were you, seeing how he wants to sit there and... Have you looked at Omegle? Putin, I think you should go check Omegle out. Oh, but wait, they'll probably change it for you, sir. Let me tell you, I've been flashed by little boys on there. And I've talked with some of them that talked about, yeah, I had to really fast scroll through girls' white t-shirt contests. Little girl white t-shirt contests on Omegle. Putin, that is a Russian. And he's the first one to sit there and start making something like that popular, and that's to make me question it. Because we got so many human trafficking going on around. I guess if you care, then I guess you're going to care about that too, right? I mean, that's what I would think. If not, then I'm sorry for being wrong. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. The cross-dressing, whatever, that's weird content. I get it. But you making Omegle popular? Go stick your dick in a light socket. We're literally allowing the grooming of children to be popularized here in America while we can't see music videos from Australia. Idiots of America! We love looking at little kids naked, and we love abusing them by making our grown-ass women who have no brains walk around practically naked in a public beach. Oh, look at my body parts, so you come perverted just like everyone else is grooming you to be. Right, men? That's why we ain't got no gentlemen no more. I think we're damn smarter than that. Damn smarter than that. And I smoke weed. And apparently, I've been smoking weed since I was 15 years old. Started Halloween night. That is my anniversary for weed. I get down every Halloween night, I tell you what. Good morning, by the way. And they say, oh, I ruined your cognitive abilities. I was like, yeah, that was supposed to have started, I guess, around my teenage years to have cognitive abilities. I may be a little slow, but that was dyslexia. That happened before the weed. I don't see how weed ruined anything because I still sit here and think, I wish I could be normal, but my brain works on hyperdrive. Hyper fucking drive. We're in the Millennium Falcon. No, okay, my brain is the Millennium Falcon, okay, motherfuckers. You were 13 when you first started smoking and don't remember the exact date. The only reason I remember the exact date is because I kind of, like the first time smoking weed, my body, I don't know, it's not like hallucination as in acid or mushrooms, but it was like a very slight mild form. And for a child that's really never done anything, that was I mean, I could remember things. I didn't get too crazy, but that happened. And I remember talking to an ornament that was hanging from a ceiling fan, and there was a witch on it. Had a whole conversation with the witch. It was funny. I loved it. Oh, is that retarded person again? And someone that just wants to tell people what to do. Yeah, okay. Harassment and bullying. Oh, and now I have to choose one. Me. Report. Thank you, YouTube, for making that a little bit easier. And then, we'll just do this. There we go. Now we can look more into the comments. And, Crystal retracted her comment. All right. I'll let that sit. Because you probably know how teethy I can get. So, now that YouTube made it easier for me to report, thank you, YouTube, I will report and then I will kick them out. So, for those of you future reference, you know, I do not have a moderator right now. Um, Everyone works. I can't have someone be my lackey right now, okay? I don't have the money to sit here and pay someone every time I go live to follow my happy ass little around like they need to be my personal assistant. Once I am able to afford that, I will then have that. Because I can't have 5 different moderators and have them fuck up my shit. That's just not happening. That I learned that on BIGO. BIGO taught me a lot. You're not gonna get me like that. I'm not gonna let you. Oh, be her friend, da da da, and we'll be able to be her moderator, and then we'll fuck up all her shit. No, I've had that happen to me. I learned my lesson, and that was even through Facebook. No, I don't think so. Okay, so now we're about to Aries. Aries. General reading for Aries. Okay. I don't want my coffee to get cold because I will not touch this cup after I put it down. You are very smart. Some of my favorite channels where I only posted positive, never negative. The moderators blocked me 23, 23, 4 times. Uh, yeah, I can't speak for other content creators. It sucks. I wish we could be more collectively supportive of each other because constant positivity is not reality. But being respectful towards each other, quite frankly, needs to be the norm. I don't understand what happened to our lessons we were supposed to learn in kindergarten, just went out the door when everyone became an adult and went, oh, I don't have to be an adult anymore because I'm an adult. Or this is the guidelines of being adult according to society and our quote unquote leaders and what we push and support through social media. I mean, do you see some of the stuff that gets sponsored in social media? I mean, like, there's our answers. And it's not social media per se, Because actually, it can be very helpful for us. And when it comes to coming together, relaying information, and being supportive of each other, it's literally the way it's being treated is a toxic way. So just because someone, just because men beat up women, does that mean all men are bad? Okay. So just because there's horrible content creators that don't know what the fuck they're doing or do and are just abusive doesn't mean all of the whole platform is abusive. Same thing. And until we learn to come together in unification under those guidelines as adults and presentable, respectable adults instead of a bunch of preschool children, because kindergarten is what teaches you respect, not preschool. So, a bunch of preschool children who don't understand what respect is. I mean, how many mentally aged adults literally look at your country and go, oh my gosh, I'm surrounded by children? Doesn't matter what age they are. 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven in short, moderators can become problematic for channel growth and views. I agree. It really can because everyone's level of what they're willing to take or what they're willing to communicate with or create groundings with. Like someone can be rough at first, but then if you're the type of person you can someone if it's out of trauma and acknowledgement of their pain, then really someone being rough is not a troll. They're just their pain is actually what brought them to you, and their first communication is rough and it can seem toxic until you get deeper in and you actually start showing them or kind of flipping their own behavior back at them. Those ones are the ones that will sit back and go, wait a minute, hold on now. Like you just made them think. So when you can do that when it comes to someone that's truly not a troll and they're only been traumatized and they're just fucking confused, you can defuse that. And some moderators don't catch on to that as fast as some of these content creators because that's why they're content creators, because they have that quantum of a reaction type of brain, okay? So it's like the Millennium Falcon. Boom! And before you know it, there's a whole big bang of a bunch of shit happening. You have no clue what is even being organized or if it's even toxic to the point to where the creator wants it gone. So I get where you're coming from because that has actually been an issue with me and BIGO having moderators because some people will take, well, no, I'm very, you're not going to cross my boundaries, and a lot of them know that. So when it comes to something right off guard, they will do it because some I can catch on whether it's a troll, literally you're a brick wall. You're just there to literally hurt me. And then the other ones, they just our society's being taught you don't have to think before you speak. And so I can catch on to the difference. Not all moderators can catch on to the difference. And that's why sometimes I feel it's hard to find the right one because the best moderator will watch what happens until maybe you say something, unless you have already a contract, verbal contract with them, or they have to pick it up. But it's best as a moderator to wait for their cue. And that what makes a real God moderator because you have to take in consideration you may not know what's going on because that's why you're a moderator and not a content creator. But that didn't make you less. That doesn't make you less than us. You just have a different ticket to a different job. And your job is just as important as the content creator's job, because we can't, it's not, it's harder to organize our content creating and keep the flow going without a moderator, because it creates us to pause. And it's easier to do a signal pause than and to keep going than it is to have to go, okay, yeah, moderator, blah 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 blah. Okay. Um, and that's where your balance, I feel, in a way lacks. So y'all need a social cue, because moderators are trying to, be prime. They're trying to be your best. They're trying to make sure that you don't have to do nearly as much. But those cues are very important when it comes to your content creator, because sometimes your content creator will want to take a different course. They'll probably learn something that maybe you didn't catch on, or they're feeling something that maybe you didn't catch on. So it's good to kind of, and moderators, I feel it'd be good to maybe remind that, possibly, even though I know some of these content creators, they know you're there, but I'm here. I'm ready when you are, type shit, not, or not what you want to do. Like, just a comment whenever, they can still ignore, they can keep their content going. I feel like having a moderator class that best supports a content creator, if you want to be that type of person, because us content creators truly do need a paid moderator, because we need a moderator that's tailored to the way we are. And it's almost like an assistant, but you're a different type of assistant, because you don't have to go on errands for us. You don't have to go this, that, and that for us unless you really want to, which I've had a moderator that was like that. And I was getting paid actually on Facebook. So every time I got paid, they were at least getting $20, because I wasn't getting paid very much. But my moderators would get paid. If I'm getting paid, you're getting paid, because you're helping me to get paid more than if I didn't have you. And I feel like that's what your content creators need to respect when it comes to having a moderator too. And excuse me for, I gotta get back. I gotta catch up on your comments now. Like everything else, you have the good and the bad, the light and the dark, right? And have to be able to feel whether that are lost or acting intentionally, right? Have that one ally with your views and wishes, yeah. And that's what makes it hard when it comes to establishing a good moderator, because you've got to have one that can really perspectively see. You have to be able to trust them, um, because they have power. It may not be all power over your stuff, but they can literally, like, they can do some undercutting stuff and really mess with your work, and that's something you don't want. That makes it harder on you content creators. That's like sabotaging. Honestly, that's grounds for being able to sue someone, because now you're done, you're putting effort and planning into sabotaging someone's livelihood. Just because it's a content creator does not make it any less their livelihood. Like, just because you do not view it or perceive it as someone's job and livelihood does not make you God to say that someone doesn't have a job and that they need to go get a job because they're a content creator. That's like telling a moderator, go get a job because your job's useless. No. Moderator job, if anything, it's amazing, because you get to hang out with a freaking content creator all the time, and you really don't have to do much, because mainly your content creator usually will keep a good amount of organization when it comes to their followers, especially those that care about their specific followers, the grounding of their work with their followers, because you can't have work without your supporters. You really can't even have a presidency without your supporters. So really, the fact that we normalize how devalued our society is, and actually it's the most valuable thing we can have, and The fact that our leaders are destroying this, it's like destroying your own job. If you don't have structuralized community and balanced, constructive organization with each other and collaborations and respect, I mean, it falls apart. It just completely falls apart unless you're keeping everything hidden. Well, no, still, you get really gifted ones that starts destroying all them fucking little things you had hidden under faulty foundation. That is exactly why that dream happened in my dream. Okay. The whole ground cracked and broke through, and I was wondering why that was, and I thought it was going to be I was going to be near some sort of like um uh earthquakes, because that's what it looked like in the dream. And then I saw this building, really, really tall building crumble. And I was like, okay, the tower, okay. But no, this is like, I really am an oracle, ain't I? That's why I don't do dream magic. Oracles can't do, well, you can, but you can't. We're not really allowed to do dream magic because our dream magic is our visions and messages. That's why I naturally don't. And that's what makes an oracle. That's just what makes an oracle, especially with the accuracy. That's weird. I mean, I wrote in my journal, is it possible to be an actual oracle? I don't think I even cognitively realized or gave acknowledgement that, yeah, actually, I mean, like, if you put it all together the way I am, you can define me as an oracle. You actually can. Like, oh, that's so weird. You can define that over consistencies. That's what I'm looking at. The consistencies of me is literally in the what I is a definition of a fucking oracle. That's so fucking weird. I didn't think that this. I thought this was more fairy tale type shit, or like there was one sometime in the Greek time era. It's like that type oracle. You know what I'm saying? Like when everyone's going, you can't deny that. Not, maybe no. Everyone's going. It's almost like I heard in my head, yeah, honey, that's exactly what's happening. Hmm. Well, I need to just keep writing questions in my little journals, huh? I, I don't like doing that because I always end up losing my journals. They end up in other people's hands. I can only imagine one day when I'm freaking famous as shit, I'm just gonna end up, I'm gonna see these journals somewhere. Because I didn't find my journal on the ground. I found um, the flower bouquet. I found my flower bouquet that I made because I really want to actually get married. I want a husband. Like I really want a real. I want a husband. I want a family. Like so when I find things on the ground and it's awesome, and then I literally start making things for a wedding. I am such a girly girl, and I'm not all at the same time. I didn't find the journal though. The journal is not there. There's like 3 or 4 journals. Oh man, there's more than that. Someone has my book of drawings, a book of ayahuasca visions. I think there was like 8. A book of ayahuasca visions. Uh, Another journal. Oh my gosh. See, this is why when I did the dragon book, I burned 3 journals. Yeah. Ajde, I must know. No, these ain't going nowhere. You won't burn these with me. Okay. Uh, yes, Papa. I shall. I don't know why at that moment. Now I see why. Years later, before I experienced homelessness. Oh man. Part of me actually believed that I was homeless because I touched that book. I was prepared because of that book. Oh my gosh. I really thought I was cursed because of touching that book, and that's what started my homelessness. No. I was actually prepared for my life and what I was about to go through. Almost like, okay, we know what you're about to go through, but you don't. So, and I know everyone's going to hate you, but girl, you're going to need this. Oh my gosh, the spiritual life is hilarious once you get through the stress, okay? And you level with it, you gotta level with the stress of it. Once you're able to normalize the level of stress with it, you're pretty much gravy. That's why you, and see, if you're, and that's condensed. So I was first condensing before. Oh, wow. Oh, that's why I had to soulfully condense first because the dimensional condensing didn't happen until after that. Oh, that's how it prepared for soul condensing. Wow. Essex condensing is nothing compared to dimensional condensing. Oh my gosh. It's like, what am I, a fucking ruby at this point? I ain't no diamond. I'm a fucking ruby at this point. What the hell? That's not a diamond, bitch. That's a ruby. Or an emerald. Which one's which one's more valuable? Lessons realized. That part. For real. Like that was straight up lessons realized. That is or all ordeals benediction turn. I fucking love that work. I've never finished it, but I love it. Andrew Chumbly, you're the shit. What the fuck? I wish I had all of their. I wish I could swim through his work again mentally. Because I think I would be able to comprehend the Azue show way better now than the way I tried to comprehend it then. I was comprehending some things, I was getting there, but oh, and I thought I wasn't learning without touching these books. I thought I had to. Spirit's like, nope, you get to do this without touching them books. Oh, I get the most greatest honor of all. I didn't have to learn from books, I learned from y'all. Well, Grand Rising, I tell you what. What realizations? Who knew I was going to end up with these crazy ass real Aries? My Aries really is my ascending sign. Ascending. Your ascending of your life. Your upgrade. Huh. There's other Aries going to be getting an upgrade, huh? Aries, you won't be getting an upgrade. Be prepared, be prepared. Oh, I wish I knew those words. Let the teeth in my da 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 be prepared. Yep, I don't remember what the other words were. this the Scar song. Leveled up, right? Blink, blink. I don't know. I'm trying to do that hop on Yoshi sound. Got my Yoshi bitches. We running. I found the Yoshi. We good. Da, 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 da. We ain't on our feet no more. Thank you, ancestral gods and ancient gods. Ancestral gods and ancient gods. Because people can be considered gods by their whatever they accomplish in their lives. You kind of got your actual human gods. You got your ancestors, your regular ancestors, and you got your deities. These are actual, but hey, that's my matrix. Because in your other matrix, I guess y'all have got your angels and more angels, I suppose. I guess your angels and your demons. I don't know. To me, it's all a balancing act. Them bitches ain't gonna do shit to me. Them bitches ain't gonna do shit to me. If anything, they're curious as to the play out of things because I don't sit here and use them like that. And if anything, they get more entertainment over worship than they do in bear witnessing. Bear witnessing in a way is it's like it's boring to them. But there are how do you even higher arcs that can demand magical, like how do you per se like block away magical darts without even having to tell them to yourself. It's almost like by matriarch law. See, this is the only reason why I kind of have an understanding in matriarch, because that's literally how your spirits rule themselves is matriarch ways, ways, not full blown, but ways. Because if you are or construct yourself or accomplish things. This is why I see this like a video game. If you really look at life like a video game, it's very accurate. It's very fucking accurate. You got your side quest that then brings you back to your main directory, to your goals. You've got it's your own Skyrim. Because Skyrim you actually have a little bit more freedom. If you want to run around riding a horse, you can run around riding a horse. To me, it's a lot like that here. You have your bosses, you have your journeys, quests to get this, to be able to activate this, to give yourself more in this area, to be able to defeat this obstacle, and your game never gets easier now, does it? Well, that started making it easier to coexist with life, going, oh, you're a video game. You're just never going to get easier. We're just going to get better at playing. So, the difference is you can't prove yourself better than the existing king and become king. That's just not how human matriarch works. You have you have to be pretty much bred in. Now, um, ancestor, astral veil wise, because you have your astral veils and you have your ancestral veils. So, astral and veil and ancestral veil wise, if you have accomplished a spiritual level that surmounts a matriarch of that plane, you are then crowned. You are then the ruler of said, unless you want to be reborn. I feel like you definitely have choices. Or else, why else would we have this year? And so many people connecting and doing ancestral work. I mean, like, why was there a whole genius in Essex sitting here creating real grimoires? You got grimoires, but this is a real grimoire. The difference between a grimoire and a real grimoire is Chambly's is created. A witch's grimoire is like a book of notes, a book of things to remember, a book of like what you're going to in your everyday thing. Now, when it comes to something like Chumley, a real grimoire, this is created stuff. This is stuff you really can't get out of any other book. So to me, that is a grimoire, like a book that someone created ideas of. Like Tesla's diary would be a grimoire. Um, Einstein's notepads, and books and stacked together would be a grimoire of them, of their pure ignitement and essence of creation. Yeah, never ending string of choices, pretty much. And that's why it can seem as if, and in a way, yeah, everything happens for a reason aligned with what you choose. And so that's why, like, that still applies. Whatever happens that's aligning with what you choose, yeah, it happened for a reason because it's all aligned in whatever direction that is for whatever goal wants to be accomplished. So that's still everything happens for a reason. It's aligned for that direction that you chose. Now, everything happens for a reason you have no choice. I don't agree with that because that's how you have different aspects of things everywhere. And it literally proves, which is what I'm saying, is it proves it even in the Beyond the Veils, because Beyond the Veils you have that. I've noticed that because I haven't had to create bonds with, and this is horrible to say, lesser jinn, but I really haven't. Now they've made themselves known to me. I can tell you that much. But have I really had to feel as if I've had to give a sense of worship or do some sort of ceremony to appeal to what I want? No. No. To me, that's a lot of unnecessary work. And unless you use doing a lot of unnecessary work as a way to say, hey, now we've got a contract. And I feel like that's why you don't get fully what you're trying to get because you forced a contract at that point. But not many people see it that way. I do because I take respect and integrity and consideration, and I feel like that's what amplified it the most was the fact that I take integrity that much and in consideration and follow it so much so that those past energies of those arc of the spiritual life um, did not achieve that. So they are not of that frequency. That is how you reach those frequencies. You just are and enact and function in your word and deed. See, this is why I go back to that book so much. You enact your word and deed literally. Girl, you were right. Haley was dead ass right. 7 years old. She drew me a picture, and it was this dragon with this little babies there, and then literally at the top, it was like Dragon Queen. And I'm going, yeah, that's cute, but I don't know. I would like to read Elon Musk's notes or Einstein's. I would like to read Einstein's. I would definitely would like to read Einstein's. Einstein would be the grimoire I would be intrigued by studying, but also I would want to because I feel his went more into like I guess it was a fundamental of creation of atoms to a point, but then it was used and I say you can't destroy it. That's what one of the things that they were trying to figure out when it comes to splitting an atom in half. But uh yeah. It's intriguing. Physics is interesting, but for you really do have to be a specific age to just be able to comprehend that, or and a specific type of person probably. But age makes a difference, or maybe it's age and experience. Experience really does make a difference because sometimes it can be very difficult with highly intelligent young people that don't have much of experience, and it's almost like there's a lacking of wisdom, but it gives that wonderment of being able to come at things from different angles, and maybe see something that may work differently. So I guess you have your ups and your downs on both sides of it. Because, and then you got to be careful with your ego, huh? When it comes to a young one bringing something to your attention like that. Sometimes, sometimes that helps, but everything is all in balance. So a good balance of both helps a lot, really. That's why it's like it can be a double-edged sword, but at the same time, when you have integrity as its foundation, it still works. Because where the older wise one has experience, the young one has a fresh perspective. And when you bring that together, you can see the missing variable. Okay. Whoa, no. Okay. All right. So I think my coffee is cold now. So, and we're already at an hour and 14 minutes. I think it's about ready to get into our Aries reading here. Now that we played physics for the day, theorizing physics for the day. Well, I'm glad it's on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for the replays because boy, was this one was a good one. This one was such a good one. This is like Sheldon level good. Probably me being on my high horse, but in my opinion, this was Sheldon level good. I'm proud of myself. Good day, or good job, everyone. I do it all day, every day. That part, that part, that part. You're right. Yes, go Sheldon. I really wish I knew what that story or that this was actually based off of a child that literally went to college at age fucking 11 and went through all this shit. That actually was that intelligent. I wonder if it was the child that literally was working on the Tesla coil thing when it came to getting electricity out of the ether. I wonder if that was the child because I vaguely heard about him on YouTube for a little bit, and then that shit like that disappears. Like that guy who created nanobots that could clean a whole freaking lake. He cleaned up a whole lake that was like had so much fucking shit into it, and then goes missing because he created nanobots that actually could help and heal our fucking land. I guess that takes all the money out of NASA when it comes to trying to force us to go live on Mars, right? Oh, NASA, we found something better. We don't need to put money into your organization. We need to put more money into engineering. That's where your bots are coming from, isn't it? It would be engineering, but that's why you went into AI, just so you can have money for the engineering of that. Well, that should not be a good excuse. Your good excuse is the fact that you're healing the fucking earth and something that we need to be able to survive and have food that is not poisoning us. That is the excuse. That is the reasoning. But that's not good enough for our so called leaders, huh? Nope, that's healing the earth. We want to destroy this place, right, leaders? While we rally up for you. Like American idiots. Anyway. Oh, goodness. I make myself laugh. All right. Hello. Okay. Well, terms and conditions, right? You cannot override our Constitution. I'm not threatening my country. We have freedom of speech. I'm actually inspiring unification without violence. So, why isn't stuff like this sponsored, supported by your leaders when that's your leaders' jobs? I think I would question that too because that makes it, that's not our children's fault for the way they're acting. That's not even our parents' fault either. Huh. I wonder whose fault it is. A pedophile we gave a White House to? Oh, no, no, no. It's the fucking puppeted fucking pedophile. He sits there and says, "Oh, I never touched a child in my life." But yeah, how many pictures? How many? Why are you even protecting Epstein Island and Ranch anyway, then? Why are you even allowing security guards to protect pedophile lands? Why are you not concerned of finding Epstein's body? No, you're more concerned about bombing and creating more violence while you say they're trying to create violence with us. When somehow this is supposed to be about oil, how is this about them threatening us if this is about you having oil? Aries, get it. Because dang, Aries, your energy on fire. Goodness. You lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. And this is for those divine Aries. If you are a karmic Aries and you're sitting here trying to watch this reading to be able to get one over on someone you're trying to sit there and create a Ten of Swords with, I pray to all the forces beyond the veil that you get tricked so badly your karma gets amplified by you literally trying to manipulate something that we have had to feel the need to use as a function because of all the manipulation for how many presidencies? Okay, got it. We're supposed to feel safe while you're sitting there creating chaos with someone else. Well, we got a whole issue of Ukraine and other people gotten issues going on. You just want to add to it. I don't know why I do that. I'm trying not to. I know I say sorry for myself. I know I'm born all the time, and I'm sorry for that. All right, Aries. We got this, right, Aries? We got this. Just give me a minute, Aries. I'm already demonetized. Oh, with that, I am demonetized. My income was Facebook when it comes to the views. Your subscriptions are amazing. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. If you would like to support my channel and if you would like to get in contact with me and have a personal reading without it, well, I don't do personal readings on here. Um, you will be able to get a link that you can watch as many times as you want. So you don't have to do a lot of video chat with me. If you would like to do a video chat with me, that's more. Um, my regular readings are really $1 a minute. My video chat readings are $2 a minute because people want to talk, and so that one, it does take up more time. Two, you really don't get more into the reading, but you get more of me and advisory type communication. Um, and all of that is in the description box below. And if you just want to donate to be able to help, you know, I didn't got no job, yo. Like, this is my job. I live with someone else. I live in the living room. Like, I hope and one day I can be able to have my own home. Um, I am working with resources the best way I can, but they only talk to you once a month, which is crazy. And you want to act like you care about the homeless on the freaking streets. Okay, sure. This ain't Florida. This is definitely New York, and I'm starting to question anyone who had any sense of what do y'all call them? Liberals? Y'all fake as fuck. There's no such thing as liberals. Let me tell y'all that there is no such thing as liberals. There is only a such thing as Democrats and pretending liberals, just so that you can sit here and be like, okay, the Democrat is definitely better than the liberals. Because like, why is it that Kamal is only around when there's some sort of thing, but you're not around or care about your country when someone else has hands on it? You're not a leader then. You only show up when you think you can get something. I show up all the time, unless I'm sitting here going through something emotional. So, how do any of y'all think Kamala would have ever been better? She's not there for y'all. I don't hear her anywhere anymore. I didn't hear her before there was some sort of issue about Trump trying to get being president. How does this make sense? New York cares about New York, not its people. That's probably why it has the highest rate of migration immigrants here. Or foreigners. I should say foreigners. My apologies. I should say foreigners. But I'm pissed over the fact that y'all get our resources when technically If you want to, if y'all deserve it so much, why don't y'all work for it? Instead of forcing us to have practically nothing because you're taking our jobs, you're taking our resources, you're taking everything while everyone calls us the lazy ones and they're all giving it to y'all. While our country literally turns into foreigners on a melting pot of land that the world, the random world people know. So it ain't even, it would be, it wouldn't even be Native Americans, and this shit just needs to be given back to the Native Americans. That's just crazy. Why am I? You know what? I just need to. I need to slow my breakdown a little bit. Been saying that for a while, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck, yo. Like, how is this not? I'm getting it. Everyone wants to vote for the Democrats, but the Democrats only care about Democrats. They don't care about y'all. Or you would have food. You wouldn't be literally scraping by your teeth to pay the bills and to have food. There's people that have jobs and you literally have to go to a church to get food, don't you? You know pedophiles don't. You know pedophiles actually get their bills paid and they don't have to work nearly as hard as you. They rape children. You have to slave yourself to make sure a roof stays over your child's head while a pedophile don't have to do shit. For a home, I don't know that they really get vehicles, but I mean, they get allowance, they get food. They really don't have to go to a church. They don't want them going to the church for their food. If I were y'all citizens, I think I would look into that. I would care. But I guess you just want to blame it on all the people that's homeless because that's y'all's solution. You just want to blame it on your children because it makes it easier for them to be trafficked. I would stop blaming y'all's children because you're pushing them right into their hands. Damn, Aries, what a message. You are fired up. There must be a very good Aries out there. You're the emperor. Whoever that Aries is, you're the emperor. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who you are, but you are very prominent in this reading. I can feel you without even, and you have the Seven of Wands. That is victory energy for this deck over whatever it is you're juggling, because I feel like whoever you are, you're listening, and you apparently this is extremely on point. Even what I only got 2 cards out here, and since then and before some of it, you have probably been getting messages this whole 45 minutes. So this whole thing has been for you. But everything in divine timing, that is accurate. No matter the choices, it's still in divine timing. And cycle timing, whatever. Divine is just the word they constructed for it. I mean, this person is scientifically inclined, very scientifically inclined. This Aries is. That's who I'm pulling in. That's exactly what's going on. Is that why the Schrodinger's cat theory came up? Okay, so that's going to help this Aries. Oh goodness, you got communication going on too. Victory. Oh, so it really did. It put a variable that was missing in your formula. It finished your formula. But there's, oh, someone's trying to steal your shit. Someone's trying to patent it. So you got court. Oh, so you're in the midst of court over that. or you're going to be going in court over patenting understandings in this. And you're going to be working with, oh, this could be your lawyer with this. And collaborations, oh, you're making contracts. But there could have been someone or a friend, oh, they betrayed you. So that's being brought out so that you can get all credit. Oh, wow. You're not that type of person, though. You're going to put where credit is due, but they are not getting paid for this because of how much they try to sabotage you. Wow, you're very worried. You thought you were going to lose everything. I am so happy the whole universe had your back in this. Oh, you're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You got this. All right. That was so specific. this was legit a scientist. This made sense why I went medium wise. And that's gotta be for weird for you scientists sitting here listening to a fucking medium. That's so fucking accurate. You must have some psychology understandings. You know, you can comprehend what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. You comprehend what I'm doing. So you don't see it. You see it the way I see it. You don't see it as the way other people see it, like foretelling future or any kind of weird shit like that. Besides the weird gifts that I do have, and that does if I feel like this specific person finds that very intriguing. That in a way, my existence kind of gave proof to that, but it's still to you not a grounded fact. So, but you found it intriguing. And the way I do things very intriguing because it's like you see how I'm right, but then you have to go do the backwards work. Almost like a reverse engineer. It'd go, okay, now I gotta patent this. Best of wishes in that. But yeah, you're all right. I know I see your 901s. I see your morning energy because it's probably you are also probably cheated on and everything. Like, yeah, you're gonna be okay. All right, you're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna get found out. Um, it's okay. Go put my niece's vanity together. Thank you for the great morning. Oh, you gotta go put your okay. Bye. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good day. Until we meet again. That's what's up. Okay. All right, Aries. That was so specific. I have to redo y'all's energy. All right. So I'm gonna 420 toke off to the side. Oh, that's exactly why I had to let y'all know. If you want to help, donate to the channel, whatnot, get in contact me for a personal reading. That information is in the description box below. Thank you so much. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You never know who else that'll see this and it'd be able to help them as well. Furthermore, all right. Oh, it's not BIGO. It's not like I have to like go back and forth. BIGO will like if they don't see your face, you'll get penalized. Or if they see like smoke or something, you'll get penalized because certain countries it is illegal, which is weird because in some countries it's a religious thing. So that doesn't make that equal at all. And that's the same thing with America. Some people, it's just their medication. And to sit here and tell them they can't have their medication while they're a content creator, you have to end your job to have your medication. That's not nice. That's not right. That's not right at all. That's against people's like medical, like they gotta work and they have to take care of their medical energy. And it's legal. I mean, and it's a medicine. Like, this is why certain things are supposed to be labeled no children. And you have videos of other of way worse. So it's like of content that expresses even way worse. And honestly, I feel people deserve to have their own little like 420 groups, cliques, whatnot, party, smoke down, like groups, literally. Because we're all like people in a way like me that literally it's like I'm sorry that this is my medication. Like it's once again I have to apologize for the way I'm born. Like some people may see things differently. Okay, well, cool. That's your perception, but what I decide that makes me happy in my life, that's my life. But for you to tell me differently in my life, if I'm not putting anyone else's life at risk, like drinking does, drinking literally, you will black out. People can black out, get in a car, and kill lives. If you smoke too much, you ain't blacking out. If anything, you're fucking laying in the bed, passing the fuck out. And that's why you really shouldn't be doing it at the wheel anyway. Really smoking at the wheel, even though that does happen, people do, but it slows your fucking vehicle down. You just get slower, really, usually. Like, yes, your reaction time is not nearly as good, but honestly, I don't think it's any less than if the people that sit there and text and drive. Like, I have never gotten an accident because I was stoned. I've actually never gotten into an accident. I've been stoned as fuck and have been able to maneuver around a possible accident because someone pulled, it was a whole van pulled right out and like right out in front of me as I was like literally going straight after I just turned off of Blanding. And Blanding's and it was going down from Blanding to College. They're both very busy roads. So like and I just out of nowhere, like it had a turn from like there's a building or it was a house, and the turn like it that's very common in fucking Jacksonville where you can't even see someone when they go to turn, or it's hard to see down the road when it comes to being at the stop sign and then being able to turn off. And then on top of that, the Florida cops will get you for a California stop, basically not fully stopping at a fucking stop sign. It's like it's scary. Really, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stop at the stop sign and then roll forward. But to where you can see, but I'm starting to wonder like all right, Aries. We're going into your collective reading because whatever last reading that was so specific. It was almost like I can hear their loved one. Not even an ancestor. You have a passed on loved one. I could hear your loved one talking to me. Not not auditorial like that. It was it's like energy function, and I can feel the emotional levels of the energy functions. And I see visions. Like I'll see visions of the words of my papers answering my questions. And so that's how I get my answers without quote unquote being schizophrenic, basically hearing voices no one else hears. I don't hear voices no one else hears. It's different. And now I see why the source and yeah, the source. I would say the source. Why the source did it that way is because well, we were not getting anywhere when it come to very gifted people that can auditorially hear, and we're just shoveling medication down their throat, calling them mentally ill, and constantly going through a toxic, very fucked up cycle of living amongst each other as a society that's supposed to be civil with each other. You're called civilians for a reason, and I think we need to go back and relearn what civil means. Yeah. All right, Aries, we're getting there. Good thing. Those of you that are watching the replays, good thing I get to rewind or get to fast forward. I know, exactly. You get to get fast forward. And I have a habit of doing that, talking to future viewers. And what THC tends to do is calm me down a little bit. um, Tunnels my focus because I get very scattered focus whenever I'm not stoked. It calms down my focus. See, now I'm a lot more calmer. That's what's going on. All right, I feel better, Aries. And that's how we end up down to zero, because that's called being demonetized. Because of my medication. We will get there. Collectively, we will get there. All of us, right? And our kids. All right. Aries, you have one deep ass reading. All right, Aries. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and check you off. You went from number 1 to the second to last one because I still got to do Ophiuchus. All right, Aries. And we've done feminine and we've done a masculine. We will go back when we redo our redo the lineup. That's what's called a lineup. Redo the lineup. We'll start with masculine just like we've done in the other lineup, and then I'll go back down the list and we'll end with the feminine collective reading. So our lineup for future viewers to know what would be coming up, since how now I'm being able to get myself more scheduled and pushing them out with my coffee, tea, and chit chats. It's making it a lot easier on me. So our lineup will be, we got Pisces number 1, we have Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Ophiuchus, and then we'll have feminine, and then we'll have I guess we'll be doing the twin flames and then the karmic energy reading, karmic energy readings. We'll figure out how that plays out because I'm not really sure. Yo, what's up? I'm not really sure how the karmic energy is going to play out. Maybe it would be messages for how to clean up what was when it comes to the karmics wanting to change. Karmic change. That's what we're going to label that one. So we can still give you chances here. Okay, that sounds good. That's how we'll do it. After today will be Aries. The next one will be, depends on the energy flow. It could be Ophiuchus or it's going to be the twin flame soulmate love reading with so much things that's going on. Guidance, love guidance. That's what we're going to do. Love guidance. Because there's also union. No, well, the sun would have that union energy kind. So it would be love guidance. So this would be almost like marriage advice reading, really. Because this is soul marriage. Even if you don't have a paper, it's still a soul bonding marriage. Um, so it's more of a marriage advice reading here. That's what we'll have. Some, it'll just be going more towards union, working on sense of self, which would be the zodiacs. And then your feminine and masculine readings. So I feel like singles is needed because feminine, masculine, it could be, well, we could separate that. So feminine singles and feminine masculines. And then you have your marriage advice ones, y'all are blended. So it really is depending on that blended aspect. So really, okay, your singles are going to be these generals. Okay. Karmic change. I like that a lot better. I feel like that gives that more of a positive, constructive uh, build on it. Okay. There must be some sort of hidden. Is that passionate drive, Voltan Aquarian intelligence? Aries are highly intelligent too. Huh. You know what? That is a line of study I do need to study more into, and that is the houses. I am behind. I did not realize I would need to know astrology this much. I really did. I was just going pure on energies and what messages was there because I need a home and I needed a job. I need to know what's going on with myself because I can't keep a job. That's how this whole thing started. Talking to myself in the mirror, playing with cards, going, if you're the consciousness and me trying to understand and I'm talking to consciousness, then I can talk to consciousness and this is supposed to be a portal through the mirror. So I had done just shaved my dreads off, so I'm bald, and talked to myself in this mirror, going, what's wrong with me? Why can't I keep a job? Why aren't these medications working? Why does everyone hate me? Why do I always have to live on the street? Like, please help me something. Tried Christianity, tried this, tried that really the only conclusions and actual layout of understanding and ownership. The, the only thing that allowed me to have a perspective of self ownership was like spirituality. I don't make myself supreme power. I still go to source because you got forces. May the force be with you, and then may the source support you. Ooh, I got chills. And they're multiplying, and I'm losing control of the power you're supplying. It's electrifying. Better shape up, ooh, ooh, 'cause I need a man, need a man. And my heart is set on you. Better shape up, ooh, ooh, better understand, understand. Because my love, it must be true. Oh, dang, I was 2 words away. Better shape up, ooh, ooh. Anyway, all right, Aries. Let's get out of the grease and into the beast. Let's get out of the grease and into the beast. Took me a minute. See, I couldn't be a rapper. I gotta write this shit down. Now I can be your jester because that shit's organic. Welcome, welcome, one and all. I am the YouTube's court jester. Now let's see, let's see. What do we have on the round table to be? Oh, I need a stage. It's okay. BIGO will clean up their shit. BIGO will be more honorable with integrity. BIGO will. Because it has no choice. Not with me in there. You're gonna have to excommunicate me. And if you do, oh, may the source be with you. You better shape up. Ooh, you better understand, understand. Because my heart is set on you, BIGO. Oh my goodness. All right, Aries. My brain still isn't stopping. All right, Aries. Aries. You got this Queen of Pentacles. What's going on with this Queen of Pentacles? And the King of Pentacles. Y'all been showing up a lot together. And this Ten of Pentacles. Boy, did you show up. Fuck. Right here. Da, 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 da. Fucking radio demon. Da, 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 da. And here you go. You have your Alistair. Oh gosh. That's why the jester came out. Man, this Queen of Wands is Alistair himself. We are moving towards redemption. Spiritual redemption. And some of you are just like, wait. It's like, some of you are the Queen of Wands that's literally like you're the divine feminine. You're sitting in your chair, you're looking at the tower, and you're going waiting for the bomb to set off. You're just like any minute now. This is gonna be great. Wait a minute, I gotta get my popcorn. That's like that's fucking Queen of Wands. That's crazy. Okay. This is trippy how it flipped. I guess you know who you are. So this is Aries. Some of you Aries, you're terrified of the clicking talk. The the clock. The clock is your monster and you are in the tower. And some of you are Queen of Pentacles in that tower, and other Queen of Pentacles are literally sitting there next to other divine feminine watching the clock. Knowing there's not a damn thing you can do. And that's a lot of you divine feminines challenge. There is not a damn thing you can do. Some of you, it's this King of Pentacles and this Queen of Pentacles. The three of y'all have been in this court energy. You have the Eight of Swords. There is this energy of giving up the fight. So the karmics are giving up the fight. This is how I'm just going to have to say it. Oh, man. Some of you, you're like, I don't see that as a so. Some of them are really being forced. Yeah, I was like, that's exactly like they're going to end up in jail, prison. Some of you, it's this Queen of Wands, and it's this Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles that's literally sitting here collaborating together about things because of this Queen of Wands that got arrested. Others of you, you're this Queen of Wands, and the truth and receipts are coming out about collaborations of stealing from this Queen of Wands when it comes to this Queen of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles, possibly a karmic couple for some of you. Um, Dang. And the King of Cups right there behind the Queen of Wands. And there's heartbreak about the past because you're going to find things out about this person. If you're a karmic water male, and if you're, oh, okay, there's karmic water males that are also going to prison, and there's water males that if you weren't being of sneaky and stealing and lying, conniving behavior, or there's some that's going to be blocked if it's not as bad as what, getting arrested for. But those that it is that bad. And both of these, if some of you, it's three people going to prison because they were all collaborating together against this other person. Because there's four of y'all here. Some of you, there's five. All against one person. Just for this Ten of Pentacles to either be a home or an inheritance or a really big receipt of money someone's trying to steal from someone without them even knowing. That's could be what's making it a prison charge. And someone, it could have been really it's not only just that, but it's entrapment. Or I don't know that entrapment, but some sort of I don't know, there's some sort of weird charge that's going that is lingering over this. And it's kind of like uh focused created Stockholm or threat, or some of you it's using something like blackmail to keep someone stuck or trapped, quite literally trapped. And that is being severed. That is being severed. No? I can go to them? Okay, yeah. The Emperor. So, I mean, really, Aries energy kind of came out. And they also say that's Taurus energy, too. I've always seen it kind of more Aries than Taurus. But then it depends on some of the cards, because some of it does look more Taurus energy. I need to shape up on that, too. Moon. Some sort of confusion. Really? Oh, feeling guilty, haunted over a death. This also created a death? Someone could be getting news of a death of the family over this. Over this specifically. If this person didn't try or keep actions into keeping things hidden, secret, this, that, and another, this person actually would have never died. The reason this person ended up dying was because of this person's actions and decision and direction. So, in a way, I know that maybe the justice system may not call that murder because of actions towards something that then resulted into a murder or a death in general, because of the lack of caring about that person's possible life or death scenario situations. So that's literally like putting a gun to someone's head without really having a physical gun. It's doing it mentally. These things are, I feel, you got the Hierophant. So these things are being taken in consideration, but it's almost like it's not quite a charge but I feel like there is a future energy solidification of that actually being a future charge. Like in the future of it being an actual charge. This person's going to get like, there's going to be added elements to this because of it, but it's not going to be a charge. In the future, this will be considered a charge. This will be forewarned. State soul journey. So someone is now being released. There is an element of release to this. Like now release from some sort of bound, something that was holding them back from being able to take action towards someone's soul journey, because they actually and taking in commitment towards this soul journey. There is going to be collaborations and being able to take this action forward for those of you that, I feel like you really are. You're literally sitting there waiting for the tower, because after that tower goes is then when other things are going to start making way. So it's almost like that's exactly why you're sitting here going, and then once it happens, it's almost like you're going, and then go. Yeah, temperance, harmony, and patience relating to some sort of gift tied to social media. There's a gift related to shaman, poison, Tibet, divine love, energy, new collaborations, Six of Pentacles. This is like that sheltering energy. Some left out in the cold, blood roots, 12 principles, inside job. So that's more left out in cold energy, out, inside, outside. Wow, it's an inside and an outside job energy. God. Psychic foretelling, divine masculine. Some of you with this energy of the King of Pentacles. So you're going to know, you're going to know where that is and where it's not. Because they're also this hangman, sacrifice, or perspective tied to foretelling of this decision. You're back, vulnerable, adult, in Da Vinci Code, energy, West, in Australia. All right, Aries, I'm going to try to throw this in a little bit more. Work opportunity with this Emperor, temperance and balancing, impatience, release, fake, park ranger or detective, good detective, release, fake park ranger energy, or there's this detective, intuition, haunted when it comes to this death to a situation with this fake park ranger and this good detective figuring things out and being able to move forward, revealing information, moving and being able to move things forward, tied with this karmic masculine, karmic male with all its lies, all the lies being revealed. Harmful couple, and then this chef poison, new energy relating to this divine feminine, bad doctor, and then we have this PI police officer. Investigator that's probably going to be bringing the information, or this fake delivery. Some sort of information also tied with fake delivery that could have made it go on longer. About this principal, human remains artist, detective hitman, good professor, farmer, the receptionist. Trickery, kids, energy, karmic boss, NASA, new adventure, trusting firefighter. All right. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.